Tananvi, I have a question today to ask you, and this it is regarding this taboo, this word called sex. मतलब ये एक ऐसा शब्द है जो लोग सुन लें तो तौबा तौबा निकल जाता है और हर तरीके की डिस्कशन चाहे वो माँ बाप की है, दो दोस्तों की है, फ्रेंड्स की है, जिसकी भी है, इट इज सच अ टैबू. So if you could please tell us something around this word and how can we have a more free flowing discussion and mindset around it?
Okay. Meenakshi, this word sex, it has actually become a taboo in our society, and especially in a country like ours. So हमारे देश में सेक्स को लेकर बहुत सारी धारणाएं हैं, सेक्स को लेकर बहुत सारा मतलब एक इमेज बन गई है ऐसी कि it is something which we should like refrain from. It is something we should not talk about. It is something we should not, speak of. We cannot talk about it in open. It has become like that. Although there had been teachers in the past who have spoken like elaboratively about it, and they have tried bringing something really fresh about it and what exactly it should be, and the ancient cultures have always spoken elaboratively about it, and they have spoken a great length about this sex. And there is a difference between sex and intercourse, and people think it is exactly the same thing. Had Indians and the people who consider, means the nations or the societies or communities who consider that it is a taboo, it is something we should not talk about, or it is something we should refrain from, had they been into the scripture, had they have gone into the real depth of how universe functions, how the whole creation is working, how the creative energy is in function within a being and in the whole. So within microcosm and macrocosm, means in the smaller system and the bigger system, how it is functional. I'm sure they will never think of it or have an image of sex about as a taboo, or how it is created in this society today. That is how it is. It has come up. It has become like that. And that too, the entertainment industry, the Bollywood, Hollywood, all this has like created the havoc around it, and they have they have created such an image. उन्होंने ऐसी image बना दी है उसकी कि people think it is a matter of allurement, it is a matter of luring oneself, but it is about using your own creative power. It is about using your own creative energy. So the sutra here is, how can one understand the energy of creation or the creator without understanding how the energy of creation is working in a being? We are all born out of the same process. We are all in this world. We are witnessing this earthly reality because someone was involved in that process. Someone went through that process for us, and a new being is born in this reality. All are born out of the same, and that is in Bhagavatam. It is called as Maithun or Mithun. Okay, Mithun means there are two beings who exchange the fluid, and the fluid brings some creativity, some creation energy, and something is created out of it. And scripture mentions very clearly that when Brahma created the pair, which is called Yugmaj, so the pair was created, and out of that pair, the whole creation, the Prajapatis and the whole creation was there, and everyone came out of the same race, and the human race was created. And the movies had been showing all this under the same roof of earth, that we are all created through the same process. So it is about the creation. So the birth process is through intercourse. So when two beings are in the course, intercourse, okay, that is for birth. But sex is something more higher than that. The whole creation is already in the process of sex. There is some creation happening. There is some exchange which is taking place. There is some energy. There is some electricity. There is some charge which is in rotation under the dome of the earth, and that whole charge is creating something, and it is removing something which is not required. And that SEX means the serpentine energy exchange that is happening all the time in this creation. So one cannot understand the creator without understanding the energy of creation, and sex is the energy of creation. it will be really, a surprise that there is no such word as we understand of it in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, there is a simple word which is called alingan. Alingan means to be near, to be close, to be joining together, to come together. So alingan means to hold each other together. Now that does not mean physically. So sex is not a physical thing as we understand of it. Sex can be through eyes. Sex can be through now eyes. When I say eyes, so that simply means there is an energy exchange which is happening through the eyes, and sex can be through palms, through hands, and sex can be through your spinal fluids. Sex can be through the sound, word of mouth, and these are the techniques which are used in many of the gurukuls even today, which you call as the ceremonial diksha or diksha ceremony or a process of initiation. And the thing that is completely lost from the society today is that the secret societies, the secret school, the mystery schools had been using these techniques, okay, this technique called sex, and these techniques to initiate so many beings into the 33 degrees of the awakening. And they had been creating the masters and the grandmasters of the lodges, and so many things they had been doing, and that is how they have got control of the whole world, because they have focused on the energy of creation, not in a very degrading way as we look at it today. Because in the Indian culture, where Bhagavatam mentions a story where Devrishi Narad is being the celibate. Okay, Devrishi Narad is a celibate, and he is the one who is explaining the whole body of a woman. Okay, so that is what our culture is. That is what the tradition is. That is how deep this whole process is. So where a celibate also talks about it, and there is no degradation in the heart, because there is no dehabhiman. There is no body consciousness which is there in the mind of the person, that he's not only sticking to the body, because body has a gender, but spirit has no gender. So gender of the body is only to express oneself in this reality as a man or a woman, or as a delivering principle, or as a recipient principle. So that is one part, but it does not contain anything which has to be degraded or looked at as something like very low, or as it is created in the society today. But I'm sure people are waking up, and they will realize that the creation principle is far deeper than what we understand of it today. And as you move above the base, as you move a little above your mool adhar, which is your root, the basic functionality, the immediate second thing is the sacral, which means the sacred, sacral, sacramental. So it is the base process of creation. So you understand that Swadhisthana is sacral. So Swadhisthana is all about the creation process. It is all about the creative principle. It is about the body's fluidity. It is about how you use your fluids. So one has to realize these techniques, and this had been the base of the kriyas, what are like lost in this world. It is the base of the kriyas. It is the basic functionality which has to be a part of the kriya, maybe at a higher order, maybe at a later stage, but it is a part of the kriyas, which are not there anymore, because kriya nowadays it's only about breathing. So breathing is one part, but there are more functionalities, more techniques to it. And those techniques had been, completely washed out of the world, and they are kept only in a very caucus way, and in a very intact way, to the mystery schools and to the these Freemasonry and the secret societies. And they had not been speaking about it because everyone cannot understand it today. And the way they wanted to run the society, they wanted to give them a feel that it is a very degrading process. It is something you should not talk about. You should feel shame of. And that is how this guilt and shame has come into the picture. But I'm saying it is about a creative process. It is about the creation principle, and creation principle is Brahma. Okay, Brahma is the creation principles. So if you have to understand the creator, You have to understand the creation functionality that is there inside you. So intercourse is entirely different, because the word goes with intercourse nowadays is sambhog. So sambhog simply means, sam means equanimous, bhog means consummation. So where two people are just consuming each other's body. So that is sambhog. That is what intercourse has become. But sex is not that. Sex is entirely different. Sex is about elevating your energy, elevating your whole spinal fluid up. It is about that, and that is how one has to look at the whole functionality of sex. That is what it is. Yeah.
Wow. Me, this full form of SEX, I did not know. Serpentine energy exchange. This is so beautiful, V. And the fact when you said that the exchange can happen through palms, through initiation, through spinal fluids, so beautiful. Where is this knowledge lost?
Because there
Where
are,
do we find
see,
it?
this can be the energy of balancing also, because there are
Yes.
outlets to your body. There are outlets, like your eyes lose energy, your mouth is speaking sound, it
Mm.
sound is light, so you are dissipating energy through that. Your thoughts dissipate a lot of energy, and then your palms, your feet, because they help you earth yourself, they help you ground yourself, your palm and feet. And then at the same time, your genitals. Okay, so they also are the same. So but you have to realize how you use that energy. Is it that what you understand of sex is just like wasting your fluids like anything? So that's the main thing what has happened to this whole creation process today, because people want to just waste their fluids like anything. So that wastage of fluid will never allow them to reach anywhere. So that is the key. That is the key here. Yeah.
Mm. A lot of it comes from the way it is introduced. We, and if we look at the youth today, it is introduced only through media, and the way they introduce this word and the feeling attached to it is completely different from what is mentioned in the scriptures, as you said.
Yeah. So scriptures mention about it as a creative process. They don't,
It's a creative.
they don't call
Mm.
these fluids, or because ultimately each fluid leads, one fluid leads to the other. Your
Mhm.
saliva leads to the blood, your blood leads to the virya, okay, vitality. Then your virya leads to the further last thing, som. Then from som it goes to the further, it nourishes the whole inner channels inside. So it is one fluid leads to the other. You waste one fluid out of it, and then there is no final fluid which is left. So these are like basic practices which are taught. These are like basic etiquettes of handling your body, which is completely lost, because the entertainment industry gives everyone a feel like do whatever, anyhow, anywhere, anything is okay. So there is no discipline of the body, because that is like very basic. So in Gurukul systems, you will learn the very basics of how you should handle your body. And that is what is lost, because that knowledge is lost today, and people don't understand of their fluids, their own, how their body is behaving, then what is the way to handle your body. So that is why there are no higher techniques, and kriyas are also lost. So people have no knowledge about it. If today anyone talks about the kriyas in a way that, oh, it is something like out of the blue, and that simply shows that society has actually lost that knowledge. And that is what was the main motive of all these like secret societies and controllers of the world, that people don't reach onto those techniques. Like even a tree knows how to uplift the sap. Even the tree knows how to take the fluids from the root and take up. And tree is exact sankhya of your body. It is the sankhya of your body. It is exact ratio of your body. When a tree knows, how is it possible that you don't know? But the only thing is, you don't know about the inputs, how to carry your mind, because your mind is all the time taking it in a very lustful way, or going into like wasting your fluids. So that is what this whole entertainment industry teaches you, that continue to waste your fluids. And that is why the bodies have no capacity to think. That is why the mind is so weak, and mind like fizzles on any small thing. That is why Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Matsarya, Ahamkar, this all has uh, controlled the being. Rather than being controlling it, it is these traits which are controlling the being as a whole. Because they don't know. Everything begins with the body. Body is earth element, and root is earth element. So first element to master is earth. So earth body has to be mastered. First element you master, rest everything comes later. And sex is the second thing. The creative process is the second thing, which is Swadhishthan. It is a water thing. It is a fluid, water element. So firstly, master the earth body, then second comes the water element. So earth element and water element, then so on. Fire and air and so on. Yeah.
Thank you, Vi. I hope maximum people watch this and understand and get back with their queries and questions.
Yeah.
My mind is boggled after listening to you. Really, really, Vi. This is such a different perspective, completely different from what we know. Black and white.
Yeah.
It's black and white. That's the difference.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
All,
Pranam.
yes. All right.